What is going on, everybody? We're back on it, The Last of Us, episode 3. Before before the series even came out to the public, you know how, certain people will get special, sneak previews, or they get to see the season like a month early, or, Variety or IGN, all this stuff. You know how it goes. People get to see things early and all those type of things. I was seeing like the weekend the first episode dropped, everyone that was like in the know or had access to were saying that episode 3 is the best episode of the entire season, and people were saying episode 3 is going to be this single-handedly the best single episode of TV series for the entire 2023, which is wild to say, especially since we're in the first month of the year. But regardless, this episode has been getting a lot of praise by people that have seen it, so I have very, very high expectations. I don't want to expectate and it kind of let down, but I've been hearing a lot of craziness on this episode, so we'll kind of see how it goes. Last episode, we ended up losing Tess. We got to see the clickers for the first time, and there seems to be kind of like different stages of the zombie, if we're even referring to them as zombies. Because in other shows and things, the only stages you'll kind of see is like the zombies decay more. They look a little more worn out the longer they've been kind of going through just aimlessly. These though seem to take like an actual evolutionary change the longer they go. So I'm sure we'll probably see some that are more evolved even than the clickers that we got last episode. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Also, two of my favorite scenes of the first 2 episodes are those cold openings. I've been told the cold openings are unique to the show. They're not in the storyline of the game, but I think it's kind of cool to see the build up before the fall. So I'm hoping that that'll kind of be a reoccurring theme that we can keep at the beginning of maybe every episode or every other episode. We can keep snapshotting back to like society getting worse and worse, and then just catch up in real time. So we'll see how that goes.
More bugs than I thought.
Yeah, there's always more bugs than you think. It's
Look, I've been thinking about.
I don't want your sorries.
I wasn't gonna say I'm sorry.
no. What's wild is like
thinking about what happened.
this loss hurts him more than it does her. She knew Tess for 48 hours. He knew her for, it seems, years. There, girl. Better be. Uh-oh. I'm going to alert him before I open the secret trap basement door, bro. If you can open it, open it. I don't want to know what's down there. Dang it. Oh, it's crushed by all the cement blocks. Don't go closer. These damn kids, bro, I tell you.
2003.
So the general public, or
Everything was gone.
at least everything has a good understanding of like what happened and how it went down. Because I'm sure the general question would be like Ellie's is like,
Makes more sense than monkeys.
if it spreads from biting, who bit the first person? Which could be just like the general consensus, like where did this come from? But it looks like there seems to be a good background description on like how and when shit went down.
Cut across the woods here. Can't be infected.
True, you don't want them coming back, days later infected, running over your camp or wherever you're set up. Oh, now we're gonna see it. So instead of the flashback being the cold opening, we're getting the flashback middle of the episode. I guess he's what you would call strapped up. Damn. Man's got enough guns, ammo, sulfuric acid to last him quite some time. Holy shit. Okay, I was like, oh, he's under a loose floorboard or some shit. No? Got a damn trap door. I mean, this is 100% what you do, by the way. If you're not gonna go get saved This is 100% what you do. Oh my god. That would be the jackpot. Imagine getting your hands on an unpicked over Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware store. Wow. You could stock up on so much useful shit. It's ridiculous. And he went and turned the power back on. Nice. You figure as more and more people become infected across the world and things just start getting run over, it's going to get worse, no? Oh, fuck, it's a real person.
Are you armed?
He asked you a question.
No.
God, it's hard to trust, because I bet you he hasn't run into anybody in those 4 years either. So it's hard to just like, oh yeah, here, let me get you up out of here. Let me show you what I've been doing for 4 years. I got, water, showers, electricity, meals, food. I would just start giving him shit in that hole over time to see if I could trust him. Oh, wow. Just ladder fresh off the bat, huh? You're a bold bitch. You are bolder than me, man. I would have just kind of kept him in that hole and maybe bring him stuff over a daily time period just to see, just to make sure. Oh, he's got a scanner. See if he's sick.
How'd you get that? Does it feels long.
I'm letting you go, so go.
All right.
Exactly. That's more than what
Frank.
Oh yeah?
that's more than
fine,
what
Frank.
most people would
If I
give you.
feed you, then Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, to get to take a shower like that, not having probably taken one since shit went down. Oh man. Like I said though, at least he doesn't seem like deranged or like trigger happy or anything, so that's good. Or like, one of those super paranoid people say, I told you guys the world was gonna crumble, and see, I'm ready, so, I'm just gonna be spiteful towards everybody. I just think it's gotten to a point of, like I said, he's been jigging. He's taking showers, he's got cattle and food and crops and shit, ammo to last a lifetime. I think you just get to, like any natural human, you can only do things alone for so long until you need interaction, you need companionship. Even in today's world, you could be the most introverted person. You could hate people. Shit, I hate people majority of the time. But I feel like you need the baseline human interaction. Whether that's checking out at a store, nodding at people in the gym, interacting with people just in day-to-day things. I think you need at least that baseline.
A man who knows to pair rabbit with a Beaujolais.
I know I don't seem like the type.
No, you do.
They're gonna fall in love, aren't they? I see the seeds growing. I hope it's as good as it seems on the surface for both of them, because we've only seen the one guy. We just got him for 5 extra minutes before we met the other one. They both could be shitty. So I hope it goes good for both. We'll see. Is this what's happening though? We're just finding true love in the middle of an apocalyptic event? What are the chances? Like, does this really go this good? No tragic death comes? Nobody backstabs either one? Like, it's just
What's your name?
great?
Why
I-
are you saying that?
I
This
guess
isn't
it
something
all
that
works
is
out.
for
What are
us.
the chances?
I do.
What are the chances that both of them just nobody was backstabbing anybody or had an ulterior motive
We live in
and
a psycho bunker where 9/11 was an
opened the doors?
To a nice woman on the radio.
Oh shit.
You what?
Yeah, now we're crossing the line.
Right? Can you not, please?
Oh, this is Joel. Oh wow, that was a nice lady on the radio.
Same way.
Because then my follow-up question is, why wouldn't Joel and Tess just stay there with them?
Let's go inside.
So how did that happen?
Show you something.
Actually, I have been wanting to see it.
Not inside.
Thank you.
Frank.
Like, how did, like, why didn't they just end up taking one of the houses and just kind of do, I don't know, did they have an argument? Did something fall through or what?
Machine parts. We can help each other and get that gun out of my face.
This is very like Ober and Martell right here. I get those vibes from him right here, which is true.
They'll beat that fence and your tripwires.
Yep.
They'll come at night.
Humans are their worst. It's his worst issue. Not a random straggler every month or two that falls in his hole, or an infected that tripwires something every couple weeks. There's going to be groups of people that come in here that go over the fence, knock shit down, come in here and bust shit up. You're not going to be able to handle that. But I mean, it's been going good for 10 years, so it's hard to tell him that it won't. But man. Okay, so now we're at a full 10 years. Full 10 years. Okay, here we go.
Not that.
You know what's wild is you need to be in good cardio shape in this type of shit. You never know when you've got to fucking grab your shit and go. You never know when you're getting chased and you're gonna run for an entire night. Like, you gotta be in shape.
It's okay.
So in this 3-year span, Joel and Tess are still having communication, still trading, etc. Is Bill up and at it? Like, is he on his shit? Bill's in the control room, bro. He's in the panic room, ready to go. I'm not opening that front door, by the way. Where the hell is Bill? Oh, he's out there, just throwing hands. Oh God, that's a gut wound. That's a gut shot too. Like, there's a lot of intestines and organs and shit in there. You better get that handled. He called when they got the message on the radio. Did he just die? Oh, God. I thought he died. Now, is he paralyzed? No, it's him. It's the younger one. What happened to him? We're skipping time so fast. What happened to him in those 10 years? I mean, he's not sick. Like, he's not cordyceps sick because they wouldn't be around each other and he wouldn't be alive. But did he? I mean, I guess just life. I mean, this is what happens. There's no regular physical exams. You're not seeing your doctor every year, which you guys should be doing if you're not. He could have came down with any sickness, cancer, genetic. Damn. It's so crazy too because 5 minutes later he's like, I'm sorry that I'm aging faster than you. When he's the one wheelchair bound and damn near paralyzed. From what though? I mean, I'm guessing just natural. Just life. Got sick. Has some kind of disease or something.
Then love me the way I want you to.
And I understand it from his point of view. Like, the man's just going through daily pain. He can't clothe himself, can barely feed himself, can't walk, can't do anything. And it's not like he's got treatment coming up or something, or there's a bro. There is no signs of treatment, cure, anything coming anytime soon. Is he gonna cook him that very first meal they had together? I hope he does. I hope that kind of comes full circle. He did, I think. That's a very, yeah. It's very, like, stressful moment to build up to because they both know what's coming. And it's like, dang. It's like knowing when your own death is going to happen type thing. The anxiousness and the nerves that would give you is a lot. But on this flip side, he wants it, so he knows when it's going to happen, and he asked for this. Now, I'm really, really hoping, and I mean I'm really hoping, that he doesn't decide to go out with him, unbeknownst to, you know, his partner. I really hope not, because that would be. I mean, I get it. It's like, I would understand if he did decide that, but man, would he let him know? I mean, he would know no different, you know. But he can't stop you if you just like chug it in both and then just down it.
Already pills in the bottle.
Enough to kill a horse.
He is
This
taking.
isn't the tragic suicide at the end of the play. I'm old.
And just things to do in life, but like, I don't want to do this apocalypse shit by myself in my old age, etc. It's just no.
But from an objective.
That's wild that like it's just a one-off episode of them. I thought one, if not both of them, were gonna have like a part to play in the ongoing story, or at least get us to like the next checkpoint in Ellie's journey or something like that. But it looks like it's just gonna be one and not looks like it is, like they're dead. Looks like it's just going to be one and done. And I guess when you're thinking of a video game adaptation, when you run into different checkpoints or different groups of people, they don't accompany you along the whole way. You know, it's a purpose. You got to get something from them, or they help you get to a certain place, and like you're on to the next. So I could understand that from that standpoint. It's just wild to have a whole episode dedicated to them. And that's it. Ellie's not even going to get to meet them, I don't think. Well, they've got transportation. Well, he's got his battery and his transportation, so, and you know he kept up with the car too, so you know it's got its oils and fluids and everything's battery good to go. Load up with what you can, and yeah, don't want to get damn fungus.
Dude,
No.
there's a wall of them.
You got to train her though. She needs to be gun trained in a time like this. So whether you do it now or when it's too late because she can't, then oh wow, actual toilet paper. This is like walking into an abandoned Home Depot. Like they could just get any and all that they want.
Oh, no, wait. No, leave it. Leave it. Oh, this is good. This is Linda Ronstadt.
Ah,
You know who Linda Ronstadt is?
You know I don't know who.
nah, that's who they were playing on the piano. Are you guys sure you want to leave? We got it pretty good here. We got it pretty good here. You sure you want to leave? We could clean those two out of the bedroom and just, you know, try to contact Joel on the radio. I mean, contact Tommy and we're out. I know it wouldn't make much of a journey story if we stayed, but so that ends up being the episode. It was a good episode, very much more calm, more grounded, kind of, you know, the day-to-day life of surviving in an apocalypse. I did not expect, I guess, essentially to get introduced to them and then have them be gone all within the same hour, which I guess the same could be said. The same could be said for Tess. With how quick and, you know, in and out she went. I just thought they were gonna help. I mean, they did. I mean, hell. I mean, we got a lot off of them. I just thought they were gonna be a part of the journey, the story. But then I'm also thinking of it from a video game standpoint. When you kind of reach places and you're on to the next, those people don't come with you, and this was interesting, very interesting. I mean, we re-up. I mean, you can't get much better than that, and you see this in all type of like apocalyptic storytelling of where like everyone thinks the survivalist is crazy as shit until, you know, nukes go off or pandemics happen, and then, oh, it's the guy that's got the bunker with the 100 guns and 5,000 rounds worth of ammo, and it was cool to see. I was just waiting for like a backstab moment. I mean, that went perfect for them. You really can't, I mean, ask for much better of a picture perfect story, essentially. I mean, imagine running into the love of your life in a pandemic apocalypse, like the world's gone, and who's to say that they ever would have actually fell in love if there were other options, type thing. But the fact that neither one of them tried to get one up on another, nobody had ulterior motives or an agenda, and hats off to them. Hats off to them. And I kind of felt that like Bill was going to take himself out there because he's getting old, and we didn't get the name of what illness or condition that Frank was suffering from, but we essentially got the gist of it. It was a solid episode. It was cool to see that Joel and Tess, you know, had been up there a couple times, and I mean, Joel was speaking the truth. Like, it might be going good now, but like, people are gonna come to take what you have, you know, and you're not gonna be able to protect this all by yourself. Which, again, hats off to him. In his lifetime, he did. You know, we see, I guess it's kind of a little bit better because in The Walking Dead, when shit happened, like, there was no like government coming to get you out door to door, we're taking you to these zones type thing. It was like when shit happened, they had like government centers, like FEMA centers sent up, you know, get here, we're taking in people, we're protecting them, but they weren't like going out door to door to get you and then like bring you back in. So a lot of people were just out there and either running into zombies and getting killed, running into other people getting killed, or just starting to form just groups and just turning into the Purge and essentially doing whatever. So it's good that the government kind of scooped people up out of the outskirts, because more likely than not, multiple groups would have tried to come take that from him, and one or two of them would not have been able to hold all that down, especially if they had a way or means to run through that fence. But, you know, lucky him. I mean, it worked the whole entire time. He really didn't have to deal with anything. I could have swore he was dead after that gunshot, and then they flipped to it, and then the other Frank's the one in the wheelchairs. It was wild. Solid episode. We did get a couple close-ups of some of the I guess soon to be clickers type thing. Very, very interesting. Ellie has a gun on her as well. I think she needs to be trained. It's the same thing. It's like when you've got kids running around in a time like this, if the kid is the only person I have with me at a certain point in time, which this isn't like Walking Dead where they're in a group, it's the two of them right now. She's the only backup you've got. If you guys run into people, you know, or run into clickers and shit again, I would rather her be trained to know how to use it than her just not have any weapon to give me backup at all, or to just have to grab a gun off the fly and pray that she figures that shit out. So hopefully he'll end up training her and they can figure that shit out. And yeah, we'll just go from there. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe as always.